Were you studying last night? Yes, I was preparing for my board exams. Was it raining when you left home? Yes, it was raining heavily. What was he talking about during the meeting? He was discussing the new project. Was she writing a letter in the afternoon? No, she was writing an email. Were they arguing about the project yesterday? Yes, they were disagreeing on some points. Why were you looking so worried in the morning? I was thinking about an important project. Were you working from home yesterday? Yes, I was working from home yesterday. Why was he acting so strange last night? He was just nervous about the presentation. Who was calling you repeatedly yesterday? My friend was calling me. What were you watching on TV last night? I was watching a horror movie. Were you reading the newspaper in the morning? No, I was reading a novel instead. Who was knocking on the door so early in the morning? The delivery boy was knocking to deliver groceries. What was the driver doing when the accident happened? He was talking on the phone while driving. What was your mother doing in the garden? She was watering the plants. Why were you walking so quickly? I was trying to catch the last train. Were you driving when the accident happened? No, I wasn't driving. I was a passenger in the car. Why were you so quiet this morning? I was feeling sick and needed rest. Were you sleeping when I knocked on the door? Yes, I was sleeping and I didn't hear you. Were you busy when I called you? Yes, I was in a team meeting. Why were you feeling so stressed yesterday? I was dealing with a lot of work deadlines. Why didn't you answer my call earlier? Sorry, I was riding a bike so I couldn't pick up. Were you waiting for someone else to join you? Yes, I was waiting for my friend to arrive. What were you doing in the library yesterday? I was searching for a book on political science. Were you shopping alone? No, I was shopping with my friends. What were you doing while waiting for the train? I was reading a magazine. What were you doing while waiting in the traffic jam? I was listening to music. Were others honking a lot? Yes. Many drivers were impatient and honking continuously. What were you doing in the garden? I was enjoying the fresh air. Were the birds chirping? Yes. The birds were chirping and it was very peaceful. What were you doing when the power went out? I was studying for my exam. What were you doing during the online class? I was taking notes and asking questions in the comments. Was the professor explaining well? Yes. He was sharing his screen and giving clear instructions. What were you doing at the gym? I was doing some cardio. Were the others working out too? Yes, they were lifting dumbbells. What were you writing in your diary? I was writing about my day and how much fun I had. Who were you chatting with on your phone? I was chatting with my friend about weekend plans. Who were you helping at the bank? I was helping an elderly woman find her way to the ATM. Why was the train moving so slowly yesterday? The train was moving slowly because of maintenance work on the tracks. What were the people protesting about in the city? They were protesting about the increase in taxes. What were you doing when the phone rang? I was washing the dishes when the phone rang. What were you doing when the alarm went off? I was sleeping when the alarm went off.